Hello, welcome back to another episode of Nightingale. So, last episode we talked to Nellie Bly about trying to fix the portal to get us to Nightingale, and then we had two sites of power, which we unlocked the Hollowed Moor and we unlocked the Gauntlet, which is 3 boss fights to get materials, but we're gonna do the Hollowed Moor one to get what we to try to do this peacefully. Uh, in between episodes, I upgraded a couple pieces of my armor to the Druidic set, and then I also made myself a nice Mystic shotgun. Instead of the rifle, we'll be using the shotgun on this one. But let's head on through. Now, just based on the fact that I have to get 3 separate things, there's probably going to be a lot of cuts in this video. Just letting you guys know ahead of time. Because we got to get a piece from a Sun Giant, a piece from Elder Eoten, and then we also need a piece from Bishop Knight. Is that a giant cannon? Yes, yes it is. That is huge. Holy crap. It's called the Battlefield Ruins. The ruins of a place devastated by war where conflict with rages on. So we do have 3 quests here that we need to go get. So we'll bank right real quick and start that quest line. Now you can complete the Bishop Charm, the Heart of the Elder Eoten, and the Sun... hey, Puck. Sun Giant prize by just doing the fight. But let's talk to Puck.
The Hollowed Moor, a place the Summer Court has not deigned to visit in millennia. Mind your steps in this land of turmoil, as forsaken constructs yet linger. Flesh and metal warring in the name of those who gave no thought to their endless servitude. Given your people's precarious position, it would behoove you to seek what knowledge you can of this place. There is much to be learned from the enduring artifacts of a time when fragile peace prevailed, and the actions that led it to crumble.
Alright. Quest updated battlefield trip. Find the unending... oh, this is part of the main quest. Holy crap. Find the Warbook 1, 2, and 3. Let's go to our quest real quick and see what the whole Warbook thing is. Since that's the actual Hollowed Moor main quest line for this map. The books chronicle the unending war may be found among the ruins of battlefields across the realm. Following in the footsteps of Victor Frankenstein, I reached the Hollowed Moor, realm plagued by never-ending strife. Ironically, it is here that I can learn how to obtain the resources needed for the portal stabilizer by peaceful means. Furthermore, Puck suggests that there are valuable lessons to be learned from the eternal battle that racks this realm in suffering. I must find out as much as I can about this unending war. I think actually more quest things popped up. Like I said, we'll head towards this quest line over here first. Oh no, sorry about my voice as well. It's a bit shot right now. Just like last time, I'm recording this on the day of my same day as my previous episode. Oh, we got the swamp giant first. Okay, she's the one that'll teach us how to get the Elder Eoten heart. At least that's what it was before. Are you lost, little one? Lost in more ways than one, I'm afraid. I did not mean to offend, only I don't see many of your tribe looking to speak with mine anymore. Lost or little, it matters not. In your tongue I am called Danu, Archdruid of the Grendels. What bids you to cross my path? I seek a Fey article held by the sun. Oh, that's how you get the sun giant stuff. Skyfaller? Why? A sun giant article can help me reach a place known as the Watch. The Watch. A sanctuary for humanity after the calamity. So much changes so quickly. Sorrows bloom like summer bulbs. I too know of loss. Unimaginable loss. By Fey hands. Tell me, how was your home disappeared? The pale mist, you must have heard. The pale yes, though it's been ages since I heard tell of it reaching fingers. Even the Fae know not its origins, but some courts manipulate it to their wills. Will you help my cause? Your plight is one I understand, but my thinking fails me. This awful tune, my head is much too dull, too loud. What tune? I don't hear anything. Huh. To be unaware. Benison or Malison. The realms sing with many different voices. They cry aimlessly. But reach me, cacophonous chants ever present. Yet, afar. One must learn to dim the glut. I am no fledgling. Still, I find myself trapped by this. This raucous, desperate tune demanding to be heard. Go, little one. I must arrest. You share your troubles, I might be able to help you. Help? Skinlings like you wield ignorance like a blade. Yet one is not the whole. This I know. This I know. And a good deed is a trust maker. If your promise yields fruit, my friendship I will offer. You can trust my promise, Danu. My whole life I've chased the same scattered melody, hoping to hold pieces of my lost home. This song is familiar, as much a part of me as the moss on my back. Now it hollows, akin to a missing limb. I can no longer reach it. I can only hear these images. A dissonant, endless tune. Can you tell me more about this tune? All songs have their purpose, loud or silent. But this song is full of sorrow, a lure for man desperate and lost. Promise and failure, again and again. Plim plom plim plim. Plo-om? They ring from a place of battle, torment, but I do not where Fae have been. I cannot make it stop. I'll scout the area for you, Danu. Yes, silence the echoes. Return, and my thinking will be clearer. I'll do what I can. Alright, so let's go to our quest and see what that actually is part of. The Matriarch's Lament. Silence the woeful echoes. My travels led me to... She told me the mind is clouded by as it tunes full of sorrowing echoes throughout the realm. If I manage to locate the source of the songs, I might be able to silence the sounds troubling Danu. The woeful hope echoes can be found in Bastilles of Might across the Hollow Moor. Alright, so we gotta go hunt down Bastilles of Might. And it looks like they marked them for me. Which is nice. They're really close. So we'll probably just hit around this roundabout right here. I'll go show off the first one and then clear out the other two because I think these are just they're arena encounters. Actually, I'm curious if they have like mini bosses in them then. If they have mini bosses, I'll show them off. If they don't have mini bosses though, I'll probably just clear out this first one in the video and then clear out the other two and come back to Danu. I guess then we click that pedestal to actually start the fight, since it looks like we're locked in here. Looks like there's an echo up there, though. It's been a while since we actually come across an echo. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Another scream. It hurts. I don't want to hear it, please. It was not supposed to be like this. We grab whatever treasure awaits and leave. Simple as that. I guess you could say I got lucky. I rushed in to see what I could find. On my way back, I heard a commotion. We were trapped and then the first scream. Was there ever a treasure to begin with? I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Another one. The way it echoes like it was will never end. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I know I should help, but my body refuses to obey. Instead, I find myself mumbling in an attempt to drown their screams. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, that would just... The gates must not open. That must just be a way to get out. Alright, let's start this fight and see if there's mini-bosses or not. That's a lot of damage. Holy crap. 2,600? This isn't even a really good shotgun either. Got some more hiding somewhere, or is that it? Okay, I don't have to trigger that multiple times. But it is taking quite a while. Also, my god, dude, they do a lot of damage. Holy crap. And I'm sorry this shotgun's a little loud. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, it doesn't look like any mini-bosses so far. Oh, then we can spawn waves faster by clicking on that. My god, this is a mythic shotgun. That's so much damage. Like I said, not even close to being the best version of a shotgun. Alright, so it doesn't look like there's gonna be any mini bosses, so I'll clear out the last two in between cuts and then we'll meet back here at Danu. Alright, so we cleared out all three of the Danu things, so let's talk to her now, see how she's doing. Little one, you have returned. What brings you back? I've explored the Fey runes for you. The tune. It went winesome for a moment, and then quietly to a satiated hum. Was this at your hands, little one? I'm unsure. It was hard to hear anything over the noise of the bound. I knew I could hear it. A good crackling inside you, that warbling ember in your chest. Thank you, little realm walker. We all need help in hand once in a while. If only more of your tribe felt that way. Ah, it's been so loud for so long. When you dulled the tune, it emptied the air. Now I sense where the song I follow resides. I shall collect it and move on. So you intend to leave? Leave? No! This realm's need of me lingers. And so does yours, little one. I hear, clearly now, there is other music in you. A song unfinished, your future. Uncertain, you have eased my mind. Let me ease your path. Is there more you can tell me about the Sun Giants? Ah, I remember, yes. You want some gimcrack possessed by the Sky Fallers. How might I obtain what I need from them? In worlds past, when my kind and their struggle to survive, exchanging rituals were held. A sharing of wisdom and good alike to open new doors. Sounds very civilized. A mutual gift-giving eases the struggles that comes with enormity, to respect what was and apprehend what will be. Not easy, no, but I understand humankind to be skilled artificers, and what my cousin's fancy can be forged, a curio configuration. How do I make this offering properly? As you would make anything else, with deep care here. My cousins are complicated, but simple, as are most things. Many of men mistake their simplicity for stupidity. Untrue. Do you understand now why I distrusted you? Humans only hear the music that matters to them. Even this trade you seek wearies me, yet I sympathize with your cause. Return to me when your hands have done the work. I will inspect the configuration for authenticity. I shall return soon enough. So we unlocked the new thing. Which, did that drop... Did I put the materials in my inventory? So they gave me a druidic coat. That was like mainly what I got for my reward. We'll probably give that to our to Lizzie later on, but anyway, let's go to our quests real quick. I need to sort through my inventory space again. So, redress to the sun. Craft the Retiro Curio configuration. Schematic has been granted by Danu and learn the progress menu. Donna has provided you with the recipe to make suitable offerings straight to the Sun Giants. She has asked me to allow her to inspect my craft ship before I present it to the Sun Giants. A poor offering, but yet another gesture of cruel disrespect from Hiemi towards her brethren. It would be wise to listen to her. Okay, so progression, I'm guessing it would be in refinement or tools. There it is. So we need a cut gem, a plant fiber, and a precious metal. I have... Oh, precious etched metal. Okay. I do have gold back at my base. So we'll go craft this item and be back to Danu to let her inspect it. Okay, so we got the thing that we needed to crafted our good old ritual curio configuration. I made it with a sapphire. Let's go talk to Danu. See if she says it's alright. Little one, You have returned. What brings you back? I have the offering with me. Your chest ember plays a hymn that flutters on the gales. You have handmade a curio then. Show me. Yes. This is like enough to their own. I feel yesterday locked in its center. A fine offering it will make. As long as it saves me from fighting giants. It is good to see patience placed in creation. Hey, we completed the Matriarch's Lament questline. Making peace with my sunbound kin is demanding, even for me, but perhaps, with yet another world lost, understanding can be found. You brought me one step closer to home. Even though you are still very small, I see now a bit of Grendel in you. Are you sure no moss grows on your hind? Oh, I'll have to inspect that next time I'm in private. Not moss, but lots of hair. Quite sure, yes. Huh. A human Grendel. That would be a sight. If we find ourselves on the same plane again, be no stranger. I should enjoy hearing your chess melody again. I hope you find your song. Farewell, Danu. Alright. Completed Redress of the Sun. So we should be able to go find a sun giant and deal with that. Or make it, the sun giant can be found in the desert gauntlet. Oh, so you have to go to the gauntlets anyway, so you do have to sorry about that. Complete both of the sites of power in the previous iteration. Let's go actually get that real quick. So we'll travel to our crossways and then figure out which one is the desert complex, and then we will go meet ourselves a sun giant and then move on to the next thing that we have to do. So it's gonna take a while for all this loading to get done because I got portal. So I'll cut this out and then we'll be back hopefully when I find the sun giant. So I went to the desert map and ran into Joan of Arc. Hold on a moment. I would have word, stranger. Speak freely? Few who across my path have dared to lock eyes so willingly. What manner of deed has brought you here? Be you warrior, scavenger, or craven? You look more capable than most I have met. Suppose you could say scavenger. I do what I must to survive. Though necessary, there are far nobler tasks to put one's skill towards. Excuse my boldness, but I must ask your aid in a matter most grave. There is a great war approaching, have sent their foul pale to divide us, an army of wicked fate now prepared to strike a fatal blow to all humanity. I am called to lead an army of defenders, restore the Red Cross Knights, and fight our long-dormant foes, so I beseech you stand with me. What would you have me do? My aim is to construct a barrack here, where I may begin assembling my army, but progress has been slow, and I spend much of my time fending off these bound. I would not see soldiers join my army until I am able to provide for them, yet the coming war draws near, and I must amass a force with haste. This is where you can be of service. Of course, let me know what you need. Thank you. Your faith means a great deal. Though we are each called to be the salt and light of this world, few have the bravery to live as such. If you wish to assist me, provisions are my greatest concern at present. The items on this list may be of great help. Saint Michael guide you. I will return. Okay, so that is another main quest bit. Huh. But anyway, I'm assuming that the giants will be at these crowns. I just ran to Joan of Arc, so I thought that was something that people might be interested to see. I was not expecting Joan of Arc to show up. But beyond that, let's meet back up when we're at the sun giant. Okay, so I found my sun giant. Unfortunately, he is not a crown. He is just, you know, somewhere out in the world. You just gotta go track him down, I guess. Let's go offer him this thing and see if we get our etch thing real quick. Make sure I got inventory space. There we go. Hello, Sun Giant. I don't want to fight. Add offering. Thanks for the smile. Thank you, sir. And Puck wants to talk to us now.
Ah, good. You play fetch for Miss Bly. At risk of overshadowing your victory, I come with further tidings apropos of previous omens. While us Fae of the Summer Court are known for impulsive, indulgent delights, there is another court known for other things. The Summer's Antipode. Perhaps you've noticed the lack of ice in the realms. This unbalance stems from the Winter Court being sequestered for nearly a century. The whispers that abound tell of the apparent return of the Snow Queen and her winter tide. I bring word not to brood over, not yet. I shall follow these frigid whispers like a dream, and you shall follow Miss Bly's task. Before I vex, I go, swifter than an arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Alright, so we are done here. Let's yeah, we're done. We're done here, so we can go deliver that to Nellie Bly real quick. I think I'll just grab all three of the quest items and then just turn them in at the same time, though. So let's head back to our good old Hallowed Moor and find the next person that can tell us what to do. So we will meet back there. Okay, and I believe we found our Elder Eoten heart lady. I vaguely remember her having this design during the old edition of the game. So let's talk to her and see if that's right. For me, she was all the way down south past our good old Danu friend. So let's talk to her. Oh, bless your beating heart, Realm Walker. I'm afraid this is an ugly fuss you come across, but I'm grateful someone finally bobbed up. How awful. What ails that poor soul? That brave soul teeters between two worlds. They're gravely injured, becoming more a frail husk the longer they go without treatment. My other guides all bloody too. None lasted more than a few days. I haven't had a moment to leave their side, and you're the first to stumble upon us. I'm no doctor, but say the word and I'll lend my hand. Huh. Could it be? Yes. The augury anticipated your arrival. I should have seen you for what you are as soon as you approach. Well, I'm sure I'm more... are you in need of my assistance or not? And what am I exactly? Well, I assure I'm more capable than I look. Before all this trouble, the Lao here, spirits as you know them, they foretold in my fevered dream that a traveler would cross our path. Their guiding whispers said, a lost wanderer will mend wounds, fill their brains with communing meat. Sounds ominous, but it could be me. It's settled in. Lend your aid to us now, and I'll do whatever in my talent to guide you on whatever path you're on. First things first, this Realm Walker is in desperate need of healing. I haven't been able to forage for the elixir ingredients. If this Realm Walker doesn't abide the proper cure of potions soon, the waters of the other side await him. I can spare some of my potions. Truly, you'd be doing a great service here. Of course, take them. You got my eternal gratitude, Wanderer, and my apologies for a poor introduction. Name's Ludivine. Now, give him here. These look potent enough. Let's hope the lawn answers our plea for mercy. Listen well as I call upon the spirits. Legba opened the gates for me to greet Papa Gade and Dr. Jen Mordeni. I saw your saintly names as here before my eyes sits the issue of our hands. Allow of doctors in the spiritual path. Lead my hand in this work as I apply and offer healing. Okay, was that just a side potion thing? I say your saintly name as here before my eyes sits the issue at your hand. Allow of doctors in the spiritual path. Lend my hand the works that I apply and offer healing. Am I supposed to heal somebody, or... Well, she put a refined alchemy boiler, so I'm assuming that you can put just healing potions here. It's only a tier 1. I might as well make some more healing potions while we're here. That must have just been a side quest that I just immediately got done. So she is not the Heart of Elder Eoten person. So it must be one of the other 2 quest markers, because we got one more quest marker there, and we got another one there for quest. Yeah, I was not expecting her just to be a side quest. Oh yeah, this needs fire to cook, that's right. And I don't think it's actually gonna cook with it raining, so we won't be doing potions. Alright, well, I'll meet up with you guys when we get to the next person. Alright, well, it looks like we came across Victor Frankenstein. He was in this building before. It's like a giant tower. It's interesting that they just kept him in the same building, but moved him out of the desert into this place. But let's talk to him. I've come to despise field work in the autumn of life. Out here, there are no laboratory doors that I can lock myself behind to avoid these persistent disturbances. When the mind is tasked with deliberation, solitude is indispensable. I'm here on behalf of your acquaintance, Nellie Bly. Nellie, oh, she harbors an angelic spirit. She knew I'd need a hand in spite of my being too proud to ask. To aid Nellie's cause, it is the secrets of heaven and earth I desire to learn, both the outward substance of things and the inner spirit of their nature. I am attempting to ascertain greater understanding of these pitiable wandering imitations of life, which many classified as automatons. We need a unique oil from them, yes. I'm glad she sent you informed. We are compelled by the makeup of a unique charm oil secreted by the fabled bishop. This substance is capable of generating profound amounts of electricity. What I'm hoping to uncover in the precise means by which we might be able to obtain this oil without deactivating them entirely. So far, I've gleamed a little by glossing over what texts are available. My thoughts are being pulled in 2 directions, you see, which is not conductive to either of the dueling means before me. What is your other task? Before encountering Nellie, I was meant to be devoting my time in the realms to a robust study and laboratory's disquisition on our new common enemy, the Bound. I've taken on a few Bound myself with some success. Is that so? I wonder if I could enlist your services. You could aid me with my Calcarian duties whilst I continue to examine these automatons. I hate to neglect my duties as both are of some urgency. Obtaining the oils is tantamount, yet an understanding of the Bound would prove invaluable in the fight ahead. In all honesty, Miss Lovelace is a bit frightening on occasion, and I'd prefer not to upset her. Miss Lovelace? Lovelace? Huh. I'm not sure I like where this is heading. There's something you're not telling me. Remaining phlegmatic was never one of my virtues. My days of pilfering charneled houses are behind me, but in examined life we must first have recourse to death. A surfeit of sample taken from all Bound classifications will prove essential. the areas that sustain their animated state. Knowing progress is being made on that end will take a weight off my shoulders and afford me to breaks from mental misery needed to impel my knowledge of the automatons. By the time you return, I should have ascertained more details on their bishops. Let's hope for all our sakes. I'll leave you to it. So, looks like we need to do invitation success, and what does that entail? Before he'll give us our, the bishop's charm thing. Let's see here. Oh, looks like there's more to that health potion side quest, but that's gonna be on the back burner since that's a side quest. Wow, he's requiring a lot of stuff. I think I actually have all that, so we will be back momentarily after because I think that's all in my chest at base. So yeah, we'll be back momentarily to see if I have all those materials, or I'm going to have to go on a very, very long expedition. We'll untrack that main quest, untrack that one for now. Untrack provision, so that's not taking up barreled space. Yeah, so I'll head back to my base, see if I have all of this stuff. I'm pretty certain I do, because I haven't been really using much. And then we'll be back here to talk to Victor Frankenstein and hopefully continue on with the automaton quest. Alright, so we're back, and I did have all the materials back in my, my respite chest, storage spaces. Let's go turn them into Frankenstein. Back already? How often we lose track of the hours when our thoughts are set to explore the chasm of scientific knowledge. I have the bound samples you requested. Most excellent. Hand them over, would you? Careful now. These samples are revolting. I hope these are to your liking. You ought to try bashing some bound brains in, Doctor. Oh, I'll do it. I hope these are to your liking. Splendid. In perfect condition, it seems. I'll set to preservation straight away. Your fortitude must be akin to the knights of old to challenge such ghastly pastiches of humanity. I don't know how to say that. The mere sound of their nightly moaning gives rise to regretful memories too terrible to confront. Have you learned more about the automatons? I've made a possible discovery. The central question is whether or not they were made to process faculties such as wants and desires. Their migratory patterns indicate some sort of inner resolve. There's a rhyme to their movement, even if we don't yet understand their purpose, like how certain animals engage in courtship dances that puzzled biologists for centuries. Thus, their hermetic categorization as chess pieces is more befitting than we thought. Each has a unique individual movement that serves the whole. However, the nomenclature of automatons may be inaccurate. How does this help our cause? We must learn the secrets of how they move and, more importantly, why, the internal mechanisms that guide their actions. It's not exactly possible to perform a dissection, and I'm hesitant to approach them directly myself. I don't suppose you would be eager to collect more samples for me. If it helps, I'll do it. If you could obtain some components from the rooks, the smallest of the pack, that would help our cause. Whatever makes them tick must be the very same inside the fabled bishop. I hate to dismantle such remarkable creations. If possible, scavenge around for their discarded parts. Remember, the value of invention is only ever defined by the future cost. In the meantime, I will attempt to further embolden my comprehension of these roaming mechanical golems. We'll both need luck then. Alright, now we gotta acquire 5 mechanical gears and 5 raw gems from automatons. So let's go to our little quest log here and automaton charm oil. Let's see here. Can be found in the Swamp Gauntlet. So it looks like we'll go to the Swamp Gauntlet and see if we can find the pieces that we need just scattered around, because I kind of don't want to kill things right now, since this is supposed to be the passive side of the quest. So we won't do that. We'll go get the pieces we need, though. So I didn't see if we got anything very decent. We got the Charm of Gastric Defiance, which taking damage decreases your hunger, but also takes decreased damage when the fuller you are. Interesting. Well, I'm a killed automaton, so we will go to the desert and look for some, well, not desert, the swamp, and we'll look for some stuff that they hopefully leave behind without having to kill any. So next up, we'll meet up at the swamp, I guess. Before, they used to be only in the desert, so it's interesting that they're in the swamp now. But yeah, we'll meet up there in a sec. Okay, so I had to go to the desert to get the automaton parts I needed. There was a couple automatons in this specific map with Victor Frankenstein, the Moor place, Hollowed Moor. But going to the desert was way faster. There was nothing at the swamp gauntlet. The fabled Amton Bishop is there in like a special arena type thing, but we'll go meet him here in a little bit. I read this. I had the automaton part you requested. Ah, my loyal assistant returns. I'm duly glad to see you and the automaton parts you've brought. I've never seen anything like them. Turn in. You need to only look at Namir to see machinery of the same sort, but before we tread too far down that path, may I ask, how did you acquire these parts? I scavenged them from old stashes left about. A relief to hear, and I commend your resourcefulness. There are others who would not have hesitated to dispatch as many of the rooks as necessary. You have my gratitude. A sense of compassion separates us from the beast. Then we are on the same page. Let us move on then. Give me a moment to inspect the parts. Huh. Curious. You found something, I take it? There are the faintest traces of aether upon the metal. The harmonic posited long ago that when the demiurge materialized new life, it is pulled from the inner realm's aether. I'll withhold my thoughts on hermetic theism, but evidence does suggest a connection between the presence of aether and being a capacity for will. What does this mean in relation to the bishop? It means there is a way to obtain the charm oil without resorting to violent means at all. I know better than anyone that, natural or unnatural, every being has needs and wants, desires. What could the fabled bishop possibly desire? The desolation around us tells a story. Just as this swamp was not always racked by war, desert realms were not always drought-laden and devoid of fauna. Something happened long ago to upend these ecosystems. I watched the bishops of Gloriana's tears shifting through the sands, digging for something that is no longer there, and what is more indicative of conscience than a yearning to return of how things were before. A text in the observatory contains a recipe for a seed nursery of ritualistic intent, which was fabled bishops may accept in exchange for its charm oil, for seeds for the foundation of what bishops desire, lush gardens. All I have to do is present it. Do not be over hasty in the pursuit of success. Before you seek the fabled bishop to entreat, allow me to inspect the offering. Miss Bly would be rather put out if I sent you to the gauntlet with a solution I had not myself inspected. I'll return with the offering. Alright, so now we're on Gift for a Gardener. We need to craft a ritual seed nursery. So we need... Ooh, that's good. I have capaiola seeds. I think I have everything that we need here. Great. So... We'll meet back with Frankenstein after I craft the thing. I'll just head to my respite real quick. Alright, and we're back to Frankenstein after I made what I needed to make. Back ready? Yeah, he said the same thing. About the ritual seed nursery. You've crafted the ritual seed nursery. Allow me to examine the craftsmanship to be certain. Here it is. Curiosity and gladness akin to rapture. I feel as a worry that left me for the good that we are awakened once more thanks to earnest research within the hidden laws of nature. I must admit, crafting it brought me a similar sentiment. Indeed, and what a curious wonder to think so simple and minuscule a thing as a seed may be what charms the fabled bishop and brings Nellie's aim to fruition. More testing would certainly be beneficial, but I believe you should be able to give such an offering and retreat unscathed. This is a great step in our understanding of the automatons and the possibility of emancipable coexistence. The solitude is yours again. One more question before you go, if I may. Huh. How do I put this? Ah, yes. In your opinion, when does an acorn become a tree? When it sprouts its first roots? So it's just a seed. Question without answer in some ways. Over the years, the only fitting reply I've come up with is this. An acorn becomes a tree precisely when it stops being an acorn. Wherever your travels take you, never lose your curiosity of mind. It is the boat with which you may sail upon an endless sea of knowledge. Farewell, Doctor. And then back to the crossroads we go. Now, I did find one bishop in his zone in that area. But, like, the maps are randomly generated, so we'll go to where it wants us to go and go get that bishop. I have seen the bishop because I went there trying to look for the parts I needed. This was the desert. I think the swamp was over here. Yeah, swamp gauntlet. Let's reopen that baby. So we'll go through here. I'll show you where the bishop is located because honestly, it's very hard to miss. So no matter what you're randomly generated into, you'll know exactly where to go to find your bishop. It's not like the giant that's just wandering around in the open world. You can also find some of the bishops in that desert gauntlet. Rarely, sometimes, just out in the open world. But going here is pretty easy. I'm assuming everything's going to spawn the same because I don't see how it can't with how big of a basically notice it is of where this guy's at. If my portal would just generate faster. Like, I appreciate the hidden loading screen because I got that portal up over there. So it's probably unloading that entire map and then loading this map. Which might be the reason why this portal is taking so long, because that portal's open. Come on, portal. There we go. I haven't tried this game in offline mode, so I am curious how fast, like, portal travel is. But anyway, now that we're here, the bishop is inside of the giant robot on the map. At least my bishop is. So if you spawn into this gauntlet, and you see the giant robot, just head for it if it's just randomly generated somewhere else. I think it's too far away. Nothing that my dashes can't get there. There also must be a buff here for, like, anti-gravity. No, the distance of dodge is significantly increased. So you can zoom on this map. Dodging also costs less on this map, which is nice as well. And once we get this part, we'll just have to deal with the Elder Eoten. Which, that one, I remember being a hassle, because there are regular Eotens all over the place, and then you have to find the very specific Elder one that's on the map. But yeah, giant robot is where you just gotta go. At least that's where mine is. And then he was in this Coliseum last time I came here. There he is. Sir. Alright, Puck, what's up?
Quite the scavenger Miss Bly's made of you. You've missed my guidance, though. Understand that should word of our interactions reach the ears of other Fae, Astaroth would rip us from reality. The risk, however, must be taken, for I come to lay rumors to rest. The Winter Court indeed burns to restore Wintertide. Their Gelid Majesty, Byra of Baalbreth, had been imprisoned, frozen to her own throne. Now she longs to escape her crystalline slumber. But why should I care, Robin? Earth's arcane histories assigned the Snow Queen the loving moniker, Byra the Baleful. She brooks not mankind's presence in the realms. And like this Puck, Byra will not heed Astaroth's decree. I know not their plans, but there's time yet. For with their queen's absence, the court's power has dwindled. A Fae without arbiter is like a human without heart.
Alright. Later, Puck. I guess I have to kill this guy to be able to get that, but we're not gonna kill him. Alright, we got the oil that we need from him, so now we shall head over to our other thing that we gotta do. Yep, there's the automaton oil. Very low, oh, it's a tier 1, but still very low stats. Interesting. Compared to the etched ingots. Well, I guess they're pretty low stats too. But anyway, we're done here, so we'll head back to the Moor and find our Elder Eoten heart person. So we'll meet back over there. Alright, so we are at the last side quest location, which I'm guessing is the Eoten heart one, at the Hollowed Moon. It is in this gigantic lighthouse. It looks like they put up a pretty big barricade. Now, this is definitely a new structure. So we got some notes in here too. The lighthouse, Edgar Allan Poe. This day, my first on the lighthouse, I make this entry in my diary. As agreed on with Reynolds, as regularly as I keep the journal, I will, but there's no telling what may happen to a man all alone as I am. I may get sick or worse, so far well. I had a narrow escape, but why dwell on that, since I am here all safe. My spirits are beginning to revive already, as the mere thought of being, for once in my life at least, thoroughly alone, for of course Neptune, large as he is not to be taken into consideration as society. Would to heaven I had ever found in society one half as much faith as in this poor dog. In such case, I and society might never have parted, even for years or years. I don't remember Edgar Allan Poe being in this game, but it looks like he is now. He looks crazy as well. Can I get up? I'm very curious what's up here. No, I can't get up to the top of the lighthouse yet. You are new. The stench of slaughter clutches your aura, but be you Savior or Darkweaver? Savior, certainly. Your confidence does not inspire mine, for I will not be made a fool. Believe nothing you hear and only one half that you see. Are you all right, sir? All right and more than right. Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence. My senses are sharp, not destroyed, not dulled, but tell me, why do you say that I am mad? I do not recall saying you were mad. Now this is the point. You fancy me mad. Madmen know nothing, but see me penetrating your suspicious, huh? Would a madman be so wise as this? What you mistake for a madness is but your acuteness of the senses. Pardon, I meant not to offend. Attend your words, for through the teeth of a world of prejudice, well-meaning become curses. This I know too well. What I would give to forget my past, my present, my very name. What is your name? Unpick your lips and tell me your own name first. Ha! You cannot. There is a truth, pusillanimity, and veracity in names. I have learned that. To put this addled mind at ease, bring me an iron of iron. Prove yourself no fey or changeling, and I'll prove you who I am. I'll bring you iron. Not iron alone, but a tool crafted with it, so that I may see your capabilities, manipulate, and employ it. If that's what I must do... Okay, is he not... Why does it look like I already succeeded? Is that a tool of an iron you carry? There's no illusion. Turn in. Oh, Virginia, no fey clutch that iron without dreadful anguish. You are mortal then, which means you are as doomed as I. Merely flesh and blood. Now you owe me a name. I see now that your mind is of one track, but a deal is a deal that I have hard learned. The name is Edgar. Edgar A. Poe. Poe, as in the writer some 40 years dead? The very same, though dead I am not. I have been chained to this building since yesterday. But yesterday, 40 years gone, time is not what it was. They would not let my physical form deteriorate, they who praise the very vitality of every organ. No, but Reynolds' negligence has doomed my mind to rot under this curse. Do you know the nature of your curse? Until I complete their curse story in ink drawn from blood, I will remain imprisoned, and yet I cannot write. Words a blizzard around me, the chittering of teeth in my ear, and I cannot catch a single one on my tongue. Regardless, were I to capture even the briefest impetus, presently I find myself ill-equipped to perform the task. Reynolds, for all the horror he beheld, carried a magic with him. So long as he was present, the bound remained laden and the ink never coagulated. But now I find myself without protection, utensil, or ink, and Reynolds is nowhere to be found. Is there any way that I can help? Kindness is a rarity to the cursed, an impossibility to turn away. If you are willing, fortify my prison with barricades, my soul with comfort at home, and my pen with the means craft ink. Then perhaps I could complete their story before I lapse the more exquisite horror of the protective madness. I'll return at once. Okay, the Elder Eoten heart. There are no more side quest givers. Pretty sure Ludivine St. Clair is the person I need to complete the quest for to be able to get the Eoten heart. Because I'm looking for the spirit expert. I swear it's her, so I think I'm going to go make the 3 great health potions. Do I have 3 great health potions on hand? I have prodigious, so I don't have great. So I'll go make 3 great ones, go talk to her. Because I'm pretty sure, if my memory is right from the last time I did this, she was the one for the Eoten heart. So we'll be back with potions in her in a bit. Okay, and we are back to St. Clair here with our health potions. So let's give her these health potions. I have the potion you requested. Get them here quickly now. These look potent enough. Let's hope they'll allow answer our plea for mercy. Listen well as I call upon the spirits. Legba, open the gates for me to greet Papa Gay, the Dr. Jen Mortani. I say your saintly names as here before my eyes sits the issue of our hands. Loud of doctors in the spirit's path, lead my hands in this work and I may apply and offer healing. Are those drums I hear? Dr. John Monteith speaks in wisdom to my mind. Help me to lead the rhythms of awakening through the ailing soul. Let me touch the realm walker and mend their wounds. Bring them back to this waking world. Ugh. Don't give up yet, my guide. Heartfelt ritual. Did the spirits answer your plea? It may take time for the spirits to answer. Patience ain't never stop being a virtue, comrade. Oh, Legba. Has his pain subsided? He is gone. The spirits have taken him underwater. Oh, we need to check on him. No, comrade. I felt the change as sure as anything. I will prepare his body and soul for what comes next, but I cannot bear the sight just yet. At least with your aid, he wasted no time. The spirits brought him a peaceful end. So much wicked torment, for that I cannot be thankful enough. And for the whole of this tragedy, the blame falls upon myself and my reckless attempts to commune with Lao here. What will we do now? Will you stay in the realms? Asking myself the very same. On one hand, death is not something we should fear or weep over. Is that what you would call those who lost loved ones in the calamity? You're right. We must learn to be less sensitive towards death. Let's be a tiny bit sport here. Voodoo teaches that death is not the end. On the other hand, I couldn't bear being responsible for more of its spread. It may not be wise to risk disturbing the spirits further. Would that it were so simple. It's my belief that the spirits were angry with us, with the Fae who abandoned them. Why did the Fae abandon these realms? Only the spirits know the truth, and if we don't attempt to understand them, we'll never find answers, never find harmony. Just like the ancestral spirits on Earth, I believe those of the realms can offer wisdom beyond our own. It's dangerous to call upon that which you do not understand. Do you still believe communing with them is impossible? I do, and I believe I must. If I don't continue my work, I would betray my beliefs, and without them, what would I be? The more I weigh the options, the more I feel that calling our mission off would only serve to soak my guide's death in a wine of futility. And such is not something I was raised to imbibe. I don't envy your position. We all have heavy decisions to make now. Life is full of such unavoidable crossroads, and it is the choice we make there that shape us. As the spirits implied, you are lost and at the personal crossroads too, yes? I am in search of an Elder Eoten. Yes, they are among the elder spirits with which I hope to form a connection. This is the Elder Eoten lady, so I was right way back. Well, not way back for you guys, but like 20 minutes ago. My undertaking to pave the path towards coexistence with the realm spirits was meant to accumulate a communion with an elder spirit, said to have direct connections with the demiurge, magic's very wellspring.
While Carnute might be the obvious choice, man and beast are not often for their accord. Humans and trees, on the other hand, have shared a sacred bond forever, and I suspect the Eotens would be more receptive to a petition. And our goals are one and the same. Indeed, indeed, it's said that all spirits have desires. Just as the Leo do on Earth, certain goodies they just can't pass up, regardless of which hand offers it forth. If we can learn what Elder Eoten hunger for, doing so should garner their faith. And I say you're one lucky duck, because ancient druid tales tell of ageless trees that offer their heart to men as a symbol of friendship. What could a tree possibly desire? If I had an inkling, I have told you. We can speak further guidance from the lesser spirits, those we already know how to speak with. We only need the right offerings. I understand if you're not up for another ritual at the moment. I let one Realmwalker down. This is for me as much as is for you, a chance to make amends. The Lao are partial in the flavors that are both of and against their own nature. I'll make you a list, and upon your return, we'll sing with the spirits together. In the meantime, I'll prepare the ritual. Goodbye for now. Okay, communion of the spirits. We need to acquire cloth, amber gems, which I do have quite a bit of amber gems, and oil at a fin base. Oil? Let's go to our progression tab here. Where would oil be? Interesting. I think it'd be in the tool section. Probably in refinement. Maybe it's talking about plant oil. Yeah, that's the only thing I think of is be plant oil. Go to our quest book here. Heart of the Eoten. Not that one. Communion with the spirits. That's what we need. The animal oil recipe can be learned from the tier 3 retirement. Animal oil from tier 2? There's plant oil. I'm not seeing animal oil anywhere, though. I can only assume it's actually wants me to do plant oil, because that'd make way more sense than animal oil. The animal oil recipe can be learned from the tier 2 refinement tab in the progress menu. Now I go to progress and I go to refinement, so it should be in the tier 2 tab. But I think that's a misspelling, because the only thing I have access to is plant oil, and that would make 100 more sense than animal oil. So I don't see animal oil being a thing. I guess we can go to our guidebook and just type in animal oil and see if it pops up. Oh, there is a refinement called animal that has animal oil wording in it. Animal oil. Oh, it's made at a tanning station. Okay. Well, I'll head on back to my base and make that stuff, and we'll be right back here. Okay, so, for the, Heart of the Elder Eoten part, the communion with the spirits thing, I got amber gems. You can get them mostly from bunkers, all over the maps, so you just have to cut those. You can get cloth anywhere, but the oil is annoying. That's because it involves fishing, and fishing is not very explained at all in this game. So I'm going to show you how to fish for the fin bass. So basically you just want to go, I'm just sitting on hollowed moor right here, and you want to cast your fishing rod close to the shore, but not too close. Say about right there. So then you wait a little while, your fish will get grabbed. It's a swamp fish, I don't want that. I'll just snap the line. So we'll just keep casting and snapping it until we get our fin bass. So that's our swamp fish. I don't want a swamp fish. But the basic concept of fishing in this game is you have to reduce their health bar, but you can't just reel in constantly. So you have to use the reel in input. You want to try to keep it at center, but you also, so like my reel in input is the left mouse click. But I also want to use my right mouse to like unloose the line and give it a little slack. But that's basically how you do fishing in this game. It's very annoying. So the further you are on the tension bar, the more health damage they take. But the you can't just do that for too long as it'll break. And you just gotta work their health bar down, give them a little room. Work their health bar down a little bit more. That one disappeared. It took too long. But that's a swamp fish. I don't really want to go for swamp fishes. I want fin basses. So let him go. Bring him in. Alright, I got that fish. But that was a red-eye bass. I need specifically fin bass, which is kind of annoying. Oh, we got a fin bass. So bring it in about half, let it loose some, bring it in some more. Alright, and we caught our fish. So we got 4 of them. I'm not sure how many you need for the animal oil, but we'll head back to our respite. So basically, you throw your line out with left click if you're on keyboard and mouse. And then you get it down some health. So I hold it for like 3 seconds with left click. And then I'll let it go for a second or two with right click to give it some slack and some health, and then I'll pull it back on left click again. And I just keep doing that until its health bar fully depletes, and then you acquire the fish. But they take more damage when they're above the like center line on that bar, and less damage when they're below. So you want to keep it at that line the entire time. And just play with it. Sometimes it works. Most of the time it works. Sometimes though, it doesn't work. Like most games, fishing is hard to do. But basically for that one, you have to go to a swamp biome and use your fishing rod. The better fishing rod you have, the better. And they're not that hard to make. And putting modifiers on it does nothing. You can't really raise the fishing rating from what I saw. But anyway, we got the fin bass there. I gave Lizzie my cloth, so we'll get the cloth back from Lizzie real quick. I only need 4 cloth. And we need to do some fish oil, so let's actually... swamp fish can go in there. So we got 4 fin bass. I'm not really sure how much animal oil. Please say it's... holy crap, it's only 4. So you sadly need to catch 8 fin bass. Now, I kind of miss it, but before, during this glossary thing, you could look up a trader by what map they spawned in and see what they had in their inventory, because I would completely go find the trader and get fish oil rather than doing this fishing thing. But we can't do that. So while this takes 3 minutes, I need to eat some food, otherwise I'll start to starve to death. We'll head back to the crossroads, do do some more fishing. And then, so I need to catch 4 more fin bass. Honestly, I'd probably go kill the Elder Eoten, but I'm just going to do the fishing. I've already did the other 2 passively, so we'll do this one passively. So once I get everything ready, we'll be back to go find ourselves an Elder Eoten. But yeah, that's how fishing works. It's a bit annoying. It's a bit frustrating. This was annoying when they originally did it. I am very, very disappointed that it's not just 4 fish, because there's 3 different fish they can get here, so it's just a chance that you get the fish you want. So my play is just throw that fishing rod out there. If it's not the fin bass, snap your line and just rinse and repeat until you get there. Like, I'm running with the Dauntless fishing rod. But yeah, so once I get this 4 more fish caught, however long that takes, we'll get back on going to the Eoten. But if you don't want to go fishing, just go kill the Eoten. Because either way, I believe you get to the watch, and it doesn't really matter. Choices haven't really made much of a difference. It depends on what you want to do. But anyway, we shall be back in however long it takes me to catch 4 more fish. Okay, so I got done with fishing finally. And I have all the ingredients, so let's give it to her so we can move on with the quest. I have the offering gifts we need. Come then, we'll present these to the lesser swamp spirits in exchange for guidance on your path. Whether surviving or thriving is Lau's doing. Ready, comrade? I've collected my wits. Leba opened the gates for me once more to greet the spirits of this realm. Let them take these offerings and speak through me, so my guide's death will not be in vain. Let them reveal that which makes the Elder Eoten belly moan. Yes, you hear them, the spirits whisper through the trees, knowing that you seek another augury. The same edict, over and over. Gleaming meat, gleaming meat. I'm afraid I don't comprehend. Huh. I wonder. Oi! The spirits were playing coy as ever. A last one will mend wounds, fill their brains with communing meat. These auguries are 2 sides of the same coin. What meat would a tree want? There are many picky Lao, but none so much as the elders. They want something one of a kind, just indeed, something that bleeds vitality, a hearty ritual meal. It's as if I can see all the ingredients in the dark of my mind. Quickly now, let me write it down if that fancy book of yours. And this recipe is what I need to offer the elder tree, the Elder Eoten. I'd bet all my years on it, my mother's grave too. Before you fly off, may I ask one more favor? Would I be a burden to petition you to prepare the offering twice over? One for old Ludivine and one for yourself, of course. It would help my cause more than you know. I've dreamed of something like this ever since I relocated to Nightingale. It'd be my pleasure. My thanks is eternal twice over then, my lost one. You know where to find me. I've got funeral rites still to prepare here, and so much need to be done if I'm attempting a praise an elder. I'll return with her ritual meat. The Eoten quest is just a lot. Ritual meat though. Cookery is usually the first thing, isn't it? So, it's a good thing I've been saving up fabled meat, and we got gems. So learn for free. So we just need to go back to the respite, craft 2 of the fabled meats, and then it's a good thing I didn't cook all my fabled meats. Always we'd have to hunt down one of the crown creatures, because them and bosses are the only ones that give fabled meats, to my knowledge. But yeah, we'll head to our respite, craft our stuff so we can go find that Elder Eoten. Ritual fabled meat. It takes 5. Holy crap. I guess we'll use our 10 Mega Witch for this. And I got plenty of amber, so I'll just use all the amber in here. Oh, the amber gives you a movement speed buff for food? Interesting. We need to make 2 of them. Oh, okay, so that'll cook, and then they'll make the Eoten thing. I will make notes. I don't know if they changed this, but when it first came out, the best tool that you can make to help out with this quest, unless they've made it so much more simpler, is a spyglass. So we need a lens and a cut gem to make a spyglass. Looks like we're still doing decently on inventory space here. Grip filigree. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Alright, that's done. Our meat's done. We can turn you off. And we'll wait 20 seconds, grab this, because, like I said, unless they changed it, this spyglass will help us so much. Because it'll help me distinguish between an Elder Eoten and a regular Eoten, because they're usually mixed together. And when you have the spyglass, when you're using it, it will put a name on any creature that you can see through the glass. Alright, so we got that all set. Turn to the crossroads. So much to do on this mission. Like, I think in my old series, when this originally came out, I separated all these into separate episodes. But I don't think I was editing videos back then. I was just wholesaling them. At this point, with how many times I've been going back and forth between her, I really should have just built a checkpoint portal. But, this is how the spyglass works. And you see, if you look at something, even off in the distance where it's not even rendered in yet, it'll give you the level and the name of the creature. I really wish it didn't spawn her all halfway across the map, though. That kind of sucks. But we'll meet her, and then I'll go hunt down an Eoten. Alright, time to give St. Clair this one of the fabled meat I made. I had the Elder Eoten ritual meal. Oh yes, yes, it looks and smells delicious, otherworldly, like a burning fruit. This sacrifice shall make a fine offering. All goes well, it'll be the first step towards greater understanding to showing the elder spirits we mean to do right with our presence in their domain. Huh, perhaps them mending wounds the level foretold of weren't physical after all. Then they'll, And then the Elder Eoten will accept this offering? Turn in. If there's truth in the Druid's tale of old, you'll be holding one of their ripened hearts before you know it. Completed the lessons of Lo. Before our paths diverge again, I've one last advice to offer you, Wanderer, taught to me by a voodoo queen ages ago. Most of you think that the crossroads as only having two paths, but that's a fool assumption. The forks may well be infinite. Keep that in mind with your long journey ahead. Godspeed, Ludivine. Now, back to the crossroads. Where Fable meets, and trying to go find an Elder Eoten. Which, it will be nice if there's, like, a specific area, but I'm guessing there's not going to be, sadly. But we're done here. We got all the other stuff in our inventory, so let's head for our swamp. I've yet to set foot in... No, the Forest Gauntlet. I've yet to set foot into the Forest Gauntlet. Now, if this is like before, I will have to search for a while. The spyglass will help. Or if they did the thing like they did with the automaton, built a giant robot to showcase where it's at. That would be just wonderful. But I have half the mind that they're not going to do that. Did I get anything while we're waiting from her? Breaks your equipped item and ew. Basically, you throw on a pair of crappy armor and throw that on there. That's disgusting, though. What's the failed meat actually do for us? A lot of buffs. Holy crap, that's a lot of buffs. How does it last? 1,440 seconds. That's not bad. Wow. That's cool. Looks like there's a bunch of crowns everywhere. There's a realm vault here. Looks like I have to hop across an island, but I wonder if this one will be an Elder Eoten right here. If it's not, we shall have to go hunting for one. Yeah, this is a cool start to an island. What kind of debuff are we dealing with? Your maximum health and maximum stamina are decreased. Ew, it's literally decreased by 300 for me. So my health is normally at 1,000. Okay, the water's so deep I gotta swim. Wonderful. I love it. Alright, we'll head left around here for this first crown. Hopefully it's the Elder Eoten. If it's not, I'll have to hunt for quite a while to find one. Alright, we got a Wisp, we got Questo the Wronged, Bezelborb, some more Wisp over there. Yeah, so that's a boar boss, so I am going to have to search this entire island to find one. I'm sure it's one of these crowns somewhere. But we'll be back when I find one. So, I found the Elder Eoten, but I also found a regular one, so I just wanted to show what you don't want to do. So, the reason I have the spyglass is because it's very hard to tell. See, that's a Holt Eoten, but then if I pan my spyglass this way, there's an Elder one down there, and the Elder one is the one that you want. The regular one won't do it for you. See, they just look like normal trees. So if you don't have the spyglass, you aren't going to know what the hell you're looking for. But that's what a regular one looks like. We'll go run down to the Elder one, the one that we actually need. And there'll be like a little offering stand just near them. So you just have to look for that. So our Elder one is down here. The basic one looks like that red tree. While the Elder one looks like this kind of giant root. And this is the obelisk that we're looking for right here to offer our stuff. So, fabled meats. Where are you? She did not just do... Lizzie! I hate you, Lizzie, so much. Why? Oh, why? Alright, fire shotgun rounds it is. And of course it's hailing. Oh, you want to fight the Eoten. Aim for these gold roots underneath it. That's a sprint spot. I was going to do this peacefully, and then Lizzie messed up. So if you're trying to do this peacefully, I guess, don't bring NPCs along with you. Just do it so good, too. You stupid person. Alright. I hate you, Lizzie.
Take a bow, my friend. You hold the last piece of Nellie's puzzle. There's more inside you now. The realms intoxicate your blood. Ah, yes. That same primordial bond with these wilds which called forth the nights of summers gone by. A part of you wishes to stay. Nevertheless, make way for the watch. Hush. Do you feel that? Byra's chill curls through the air. The hungry lion will roar, and her walls will behowl the moon. And we both know mankind fares ill in wintertide. Reach Nightingale before her resentful alabaster falls. Even Oberon shan't be able to protect you.
Alright, bye-bye, Puck. Well, now I know, and now anyone that knows that just watched the fiasco that just happened there, if you got an NPC with you, make sure they don't have an axe in hand, or tell them to stay away. But we got our Elder Eoten hearts, so we'll travel back to our respite, get the rest of the materials, then we'll head on right over to Nellie. And then we'll be on our way to the Watch, which was the final objective, basically, when you before this rework update. So next we meet, we'll be up by Nellie. Alright, we're back up here with Nellie Bly. Let's go, let's turn in this long quest.
I've got people that need my attention and a portal stabilizer that needs fixing. Be brief, will you?
I've retrieved the etched ingot.
Lucidia, you have it? I've never seen it myself. While I appreciate discretion, you should have approached waving a find like that in your hands. Pass the ingot here. Quickly now. I feel strangely chilled by looking at its surface. I can't fathom what it would be like to observe in its raw state. Tell me, did the Sun Giants put up a fight? How did you not end up squashed like a worm?
They're intelligent and open to trade.
You traded with one. I'm dumbstruck by the possibility. Perhaps after this is all said and done, I'll write an article about your exploits. Of all the resources we needed, this was the one I was least confident we could obtain. Yet here it is, our attunement conductor. We must, however, not get ahead of ourselves. There are still 2 missing resources we'll require if we have any chance of tinkering with that stabilizer. Oh, and this here is for you. From all of us. While altruism and exploration are the finest rewards for a realm walker, don't pretend you weren't expecting some other recompense. We're nearly there. The watch is within reach. The only question is, can we grasp it?
Only one way to find out.
I've got people that need my attention and a portal stabilizer that needs fixing.
Yep,
Be brief, will you?
Retrieve the Elder
Eoten heart.
Eoten.
Don't yank this gal's chain. If you manage to come by such a rarity, don't make me beg to see it. Oh, my stars. You've taken the soles right off my shoes. Just look at it. Like staring into the eye of beauty herself. I must know the story of how you came to possess it.
Lizzie over there decided to start chopping down a random tree, not realizing it was the Elder Eoten heart, even though I told her not to. So I had to go into a fight. But also, I was going to do this, so I'm going with they do anything for fresh meat.
I wouldn't have taken them to be carnivorous, but nothing is ever as it seems in the realms. The druids will have a heyday with this knowledge. If I've done my work here, this heart should slot right into the stabilizer where the radium firebox used to be. You've put a real dent in our mission, my friend. Only one more resource to go. Mayhap you harbor the Geo-Arcanist's soul after all. Oh, before I forget, while out scavenging, one of the survivors found an old Red Cross cache. We thought you'd be able to make better use of it than us. No sense lingering any longer. There's a new optimism in the air, just waiting to be seized.
And seize it we shall. How's my inventory looking? Oh, we still got space.
I've got people that need my attention and a portal stabilizer that needs fixing. Be brief, will you?
I retrieved the automaton charm oil.
You've really done it then? The charm oil is in your pack? Hand it here, if you would, so I might keep it safe. Well, I'll be. This is a major step forward, I must say. I'm partly afraid to ask, but how did you manage to obtain it?
A civil if bizarre trade. I wasn't sure it was possible given how oddly.
Still, what matters most is that now we've got our combustion fluid. In fact, it's the final piece of our portaling puzzle. I can hardly believe it, but you've done mighty fine collecting all the resources. Mighty fine indeed. The survivors here wanted to thank you for the burden of responsibility you've taken on. They pitched in and pooled their goods. This is for you. A token of our gratitude. Let's not lose the path now. We must keep on, ever vigilant, ever steady.
Onward
Indeed.
we go.
You must be proud of yourself. You're a real doer in a desperate situation.
I trod the path that needed treading.
Spoken like a bygone realm walker. Keep that tongue service up, and you'll be the apple of Mr. Quatermain's eye. Not everyone could persevere in these fey wilds as you have. Retrieving these fantastical resources proves your willingness to forge a better tomorrow. The way you went about this deed shows even greater courage. You chose diplomacy with these creatures. In doing so, you've delivered more than resources. You delivered hope. Not just to me, but to all these aimless souls cast aside in the defining struggle of our era. Let's not dally any longer, and have faith that this pile of rust will bring us to the Watch. It'll take a moment to fit everything in place.
What do we do about those who wanted to stay in the realms?
Yes, some ignorant fools see these wilds as a fresh start, believe the loss of Earth is no loss at all. To them, I say the realms are for exploring, not living, despite what some of my colleagues believe.
What, you're able to fix it
I'll
yourself?
have you know I've patented several of my own inventions, and while my knowledge of these engines may not match dear Victor's, it's enough to get by in a pinch. Just a few moments more. The oil is heating. My God, does that stink. Like a fisherman's corpse. And the attunement conductor appears to be facilitating the flow. I can hardly believe this is happening, but the stabilizer should spark up momentarily.
It actually worked.
We're about to find out. It's only right that you take the first step. If the danger is truly past, the gate should recognize you're fit to enter. Just head straight down and you'll see the portal. On the other side, ensure you consult with Mr. Quatermain straight away. He'll want a word with an unsanctioned realm walker who helped reopen a stable connection.
See you in the Watch, I hope, sooner or later.
Yes. No need to milk this parting for all it's worth. I already offered my overly sentimental thoughts. Your interrealmic chariot awaits, and that's one horse I wouldn't keep waiting.
Oh, we discovered scalp boots? Interesting. We still have these that we haven't discovered yet. Let's head on down to the Watch.
Hie thee, realm walker, into the depths.
What's up, Puck?
My eyes are on stalks. I admit, credence towards this ramshackled stabilizer wavered like wisps in sunlight. I won't dare set foot within the Watch, but fret not. This isn't the last you'll see of Robin. I'll call when the time is nigh to fulfill your end of the bargain, as per our agreement. Don't you recall pledging your troth? You made a commitment by accepting my aid. A contract was made, sealed by ancient words. Each kindness given must beget an equal one in turn. I have given many, and what value can be placed upon one's own mortal coil? Doubtless a question we will answer in time.
Fate decrees bind me, whatever. Wet tide.
How's this? Your lips yearn to part through my glamour. Indeed, how thou hast grown. Oh, don't give me that face. Have I not ushered you well, friend? And I'll continue doing so when Byra thaws from her throne. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. I need you in Nightingale as much as you long to be home. In return for my counseling, you will help me. Such were the terms of our contract. Know this, the path you walk leads to a place we both desire. Would that I could tell you this was a reverie, but you more than dream in our wilds. These are no mere visions that can disappear with a blink. As I am an honest Puck, if we have an earned luck, now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the Puck a liar call. So good night till winter's fall. Ready your hands if we be friends. In time, In time, we shall both restore amends.
Alrighty then. So, we shall head on to the watch. And I know this video has been going exceedingly long. I haven't had a video go this long since technically the two-parter at the very beginning. But there was a lot of stuff to do in this episode following this quest line. Had to make stuff, had to do a bunch of side quests, had to do main quests, had to figure out how to fish, had to find all the enemies, had to find all the ingredients. But we finally made it to the watch. Aha. I can't be the first person to make it to the watch, can I? We've had eyes on this portal for weeks. I have rather nothing for weeks. My heart nearly sprang from my throat, seeing it spark to life again. This is my station, appointed to me and me alone. Chelsea is the name. Tell me, is it you responsible for this influx of souls here? I don't know how you did it, but Quartermain will be impressed. Quartermain, just the man I want to see. And he'll want to see you too, straight away. I'll report to Quartermain then. Quartermain is in the explorer's chambers upstairs. Planning, plotting, strategizing. The door's always open, but show him respect. Oh God, forgive me. I did not see your pocket watch and guidebook before now. I've been wanting to earn mine for some time. There's nothing else quite like them, is there? 'Tis like gazing upon a ship's deck after a gale when the puddles turn iridescent, but for a brief spell I would kiss them if I could. I shan't keep you longer. Don't deter your meetings with Quartermain. He demands punctuality and mind his mutt. And welcome to the watch. Probably should have said that first. Many thanks. Yeah, there are no other players here. This used to be the social hub. I can't be the first player to make it to the watch, can I? Oh no, here's another player. We need to head upstairs though. Yeah, one other player so far. Interesting. Also, we're third person here. I don't know if I can change that or not. This place does look slightly different. I'll have to go watch one of my old videos to see what this place used to look like. But it is definitely bigger. Let's go talk to Quartermain, and that will probably be the end of the episode once we talk to him. You're not voice acted? That's weird. Huh, the unmistakable fetter of interrealistic space. You open a portal here, then a miracle of sorts, outshone only by the glow in your eyes. It is with honor that I, Alan Quartermain, formally introduce you to the Watch, a place where lost bodies and minds coalesce to form new bastions for a new era. A dignified space, much better than roughing it in the realms. We've made arrangements for whatever comfort we could, but you should wear the stink of adventures with pride. I must ask what brought you to the Watch. We're eager to expand our numbers, but we've not managed to spread word out to the realms yet. I came here after securing a permanent portal to the Watch. Permanent portal, you say? Pardon my skepticism, but such a thing hasn't been achieved since the Calamity. On top of that, you're no realm walker, no geo-arcanist, yet you don't our pocket watch and guidebook. A Fae helped me, but oddly his name slips my mind. I was marooned and these tools were more used to me than the corpse they were on. I'll go with that one. There's a morbid beauty in the fact that a walker's tools still serve guidance even after their death. No difference from echoes, in a sense. Go on, tell your tale. I happened across the dashing Miss Bly in Gordia's tears. Nellie, oh, the relief I feel to hear her name. I am not a man of God, but if divine order ever dwelled in anyone, it is within that woman. What next? I need to know how exactly you opened the portal. Repairs damaged stabilizer by scavenging arcane materials. Ingenious, I admit. All Calcaria technology has its links to the realms, but through a sieve of mathematics, you went right to the source. That you stand before me is evidence that the pioneer spirit courses through you like fire on the river Styx. I did only what was in my power. I say you've entered these tools of the trade, so let me give you a word of honor. Explorers first, I hereby designate you an official realm walker and welcome member of the Royal Cosmographical and Geo-Arcane Society. The Watch Quick Travel unlocked. Congratulations, you made it to the Watch. Quick Travel here at 8 times via the map screen. I have synchronized your pocket watch to the watch's frequency, that you may come and go as you please. This should enable you to come here from anywhere in the realms and then return to your estate when you take your leave. This would have been useful weeks ago. This is a great honor. Consider it less an honor and more a responsibility. Finally, as you leave your sophomoric days behind, you ought to arrange a toolset tailored to your needs. Tell me when you're out in the field, do you prefer reliable utilitarian equipment, or are you willing to sacrifice the efficiency to favor a magical augmentation? I prefer the tools at the cost of magic. Oh, nice, they gave us a wood axe. We are kindred spirits, I see here. I have tired these schematics myself and can vouch for their might. I expect you'll put them to good use. Alright, too much talk and my tongue tires. Worse, I can see you're prepared to utter a thank you from the awkward movement of your throat. There's nothing I hate more than being on the receiving end of a hat tip. You must be yearning to celebrate, rightly so, I should say. All I ask is that once you tire the gratuities, you return so we may procure discuss this professional connection you've established to the Watch. No point in delaying the matter any longer. A healthy dose of hedonism could do you good, Realm Walker, but I'll indulge your diligence. Our commitment to the Watch is paramount, but so is my responsibility to you and your training. Thus, I propose we cross 2 hurdles with 1 leap and incorporate some counsel into this discussion. As Realm Walkers, it is our duty to uncover the realm's enigmas and, in doing so, light the beacon that guides humanity's path forward. At present, however, we must find our way back to Earth, to Nightingale. The Watch shall serve as both asylum and meeting grounds, a temporary home where the factions can gather and plot how we might fend off the Pale. The perpetual connection you form between that desert and the Watch will supply us a straight channel for recruitment. But there our safety is concerned. I fear it may have jeopardized our situation. How if we compromise the Watch's safety? Reaching the top of this mountain is no easy feat, even for the most tenacious of creatures. That's why we can sleep soundly without fear of a pesky bound or a rabid leopardon looking for a midnight snack. If a threat were to breach us from its side, however, there's little we could do to fend it off, and it comes as no surprise that the Fae who erected these walls left their fair share of tricky gifts for us to unwrap. Underneath the Grand Hall, we found 3 portals steering with eccentric vaults depths. To our dismay, they are no ordinary vaults, but ones that serve as corral for savage apex creatures. They have been contained so far, but up until now we had been severed from the portal network. With the new connection forged, there's a chance the creatures may sense an opportunity to escape. You want me to defeat the creatures? In a sense, yes, but I regret to tell you it won't be that simple. These beasts can be temporarily overpowered, but there's no way to permanently vanquish them. Each time you trespass into their lairs, you'll have the chance to destroy an interim body, but you'll never claim their souls. After each bloodshed, they'll return just as vile as before. I won't lie, this Sisyphean task might wear down at your resolve, but it is our only chance to slow down the beast's advance and prevent upheaval to our base. Is this your idea of hazing the newcomer? Do you expect me to dedicate my existence to this fight? I can't do this on my own. You won't have to. As we confront the end times, many will pray for a savior, but take it from me, a former card-carrying individualist bastard, that the only hope for more tomorrows is steeped into the vast night ahead, hand in hand. Yours is not the heroic tale of a martyr, my friend. You are but one of the many brave realm walkers who will fight for our future. And the Watch is here to support each and every one of you. How can the Watch support me? Many wanderers have found solace inside these walls, and I've yet to find one whose talents cannot aid our cause. Before you turn your attention to the vault, I ask that you introduce yourself to a number of potential allies. First, you'll meet a trader by the name of Barbarous Dent. He may not look like much, but Mr. Dent is responsible for arranging the trading routes that have kept us clothed and fed. I have no doubt he can point you towards the equipment you'll need for the days to come. Then you'll seek Peter Smith-Jones, editor-in-chief of the infamous The Sunday Courier. I'm no patron of his works, but the bastard can smell secrets like a starving hound. If you can endure the stench of tainted wealth, he's a better ally than an enemy. Finally, when you're properly equipped for the vaults, you should talk to Shiv Pearson. Miss Pearson is a fellow explorer who has the gracious volunteer to keep watch of the vault portals. She'll give you a proper advice you'll require to succeed in the incursion. I'll see what they can offer me. Then off you go. There is much to explore, and time awaits for none. As our edicts assert, duciat nos amor ignate. Oh, that was a lot of reading. Wants us to talk to Barbarous Dent. But I think we will save the conversations for the next episode when we probably go to some portals. Looks like Scholar is the max level stuff. So he's the clothing salesman. That's the essence trader. Where's the weapon and armor trader, though? Upgrades. Interesting. You can upgrade your equipment with these. Because everything's tier 3, but it's still common equipment. I'm curious how that works. Porter pistol is the only thing I have access to with him. And Regency building sets. But, yeah, I think we'll end this one here. We're coming up on 2 hours now. This has been a long video. We finally made it to the watch, though, which is still seems to be the end point. I'm curious how many portals there are down here now. Before, there were only 3 portals that led to bosses. Still only 3 portals. I was hoping they'd have, you know, 1 more, since there's like 3 more doors, 4 more, in a sense. They got that as a closed off area too. And then we have another door back here that it seems like a defensive assault, or like a horde-based mode right there. But anyway, that'll be it for this one. Like I said, it's a long one. We went through a lot of stuff, collected a lot of materials, dealt with 3 bosses, 2 of them peacefully. The 3rd was supposed to be peacefully, but Lizzie decided to chop down it thinking it was a tree. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. The next one, we'll probably talk to everybody and do one of those portals, and then since we're basically done with the campaign, we still have the main quest at the Harrowed Moor to do, so there'll probably be an episode on that. And then depending on how these side quests look, we'll probably have an episode on some of these side quests. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. This seems to be the end of the campaign series at the moment, until I start doing those portals. So videos won't be as long, But yeah. Anyway, like I said, hope you like this one. Like always, please leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, later, guys.